to another Common K video. So this is week 4 in my Strength and Stamina series. So I know usually I start with the yoga routine, but for today I'm going to start with a little exercise on how to roll out of the headstand, and then we're going to move on to our Strength and Stamina part.
On your knees in the front of your mat, make sure that your elbows are shoulder distance apart. Interlock your fingers, place the crown of your head on your mat. Lift your knees and slowly roll over, releasing your fingers. Okay, I'm going to repeat that for you if you didn't get it. Make sure that your elbows are shoulder distance apart. Interlock your fingers, making sure they're loose. Crown of your head on the mat. Slowly lift up and roll over, unlocking your fingers. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. So the trick here is to ensure that your elbows are shoulder distance apart and your fingers are loosely interlocked. This way, if you do fall over in your headstand, you're able to unlock your fingers, ensuring that you don't have any injuries to your wrists.
So for the Strength and Stamina part, I've done it in 2 parts. So the first one is in a handstand position, and the second part is a headstand position.
This is the more advanced stamina exercise, so maybe try out the headstand one first. You want to lift your leg up and make sure that you're about a foot distance from the wall. Then measure out that your hands are shoulder distance apart. And once you're happy with the distance, slowly walk up the wall into a 90-degree angle. And when you feel comfortable, just stay here for about 15 seconds, breathing deeply into your abdominal muscles. And then when you're ready, lift one leg at a time, holding for about 15 seconds before changing legs. It is about balance, but it's also about breath.
If you're finding the handstand part too difficult, just do the headstand.
Okay, standing in front of a wall, measure out one leg distance apart. And where your feet are, put your palms down, as that's where your elbows are going to go. You're going to place your elbows there, make sure they're shoulder distance apart, interlock your fingers, and rest your head on them. Then lift up into a 90-degree angle. And once you're comfortable, hold there for about 15 seconds. And then you're going to lift one leg at a time, trying to keep your balance. Breathe deeply into your abdominal muscles. Hold for about 15 seconds and then switch over to the other leg. It is all about balance, and the trick is to ensure that your diaphragm is completely engaged. And breathe deeply so that you're able to withstand the pain. So now we're ready for the yoga routine. At the front of your mat, take a deep breath in, look up, exhale, release down. Just take it easy, breathe here for a couple of seconds, deeply, hang. Just allow all the weight from your body to release. You can fold your arms if you feel a little bit more comfortable. You can bob a bit just to release any tension in your body, the neck. Keep your neck really loose. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, lift up. And you're going to exhale down, jump back into your chaturanga. Take a deep breath in into your upward dog. Exhale into prayer. Just rest here for a bit. Allow the tension to release from your body. We're taking it very easy today. Take a deep breath in into your upward dog. Exhale into your downward dog. Really try and get the back of your heels onto the mat. It's going to give you a nice stretch in those hamstrings. And then once more into your upward dog, and then into your downward dog. Just rotate through your spine. Again, into your upward dog, and back into your downward dog. And once more into your upward dog. Really enjoy the stretch. Slowly release down. You're going to grab your ankles from behind you and go into a bow pose. Lift up. Take a deep breath in. Try and find your balance. And slowly exhale down. And then you're going to push back into your prayer. Notice it's a bit of a wide prayer as my knees are apart and my toes are together. But just enjoy the stretch. Allow your back to release any tension. Just breathe deeply and really enjoy the stretch. Okay, you're going to come up into all fours and let's stretch out the arms. So take your one arm up and exhale into the stretch. Really just stretch out that shoulder. Just take a deep breath in and enjoy the stretch. Often we carry so much of tension in our shoulders and we don't realize it. I'm going to take a deep breath in, raise your arm, look up, and exhale, bring it back to the mat. And then let's stretch out the other arm. So take a deep breath in, arm up, look up, exhale, thread your arm through, and just relax there for a few seconds. Breathing deeply into the stretch. Really allow your shoulder to relax and ease out of any tension it may be carrying. And you're going to come out of the stretch and stay on all fours because we're going into our cat and cow. So take a deep breath in and look up, exhale, concave. When you breathe in, your belly expands with the air, and when you breathe out, your belly contracts, releasing the air. Just do this a few times, allowing your spine to loosen. You're going to go back into your downward dog. Really enjoy the stretch, and then you can just bend your knees, walk those legs, and allow any tension in your hamstrings to release. Step your right leg forward. Just going to stretch out those leg muscles. So starting in a wide lunge, open up your feet and put your elbows on the mat. Try and keep your back as straight as possible. Just breathe here, try and enjoy it for a bit. And then you can bend your knees, put them down on the mat, and push back into that lower lunge. Straighten your forward leg into your half split and just stretch out that leg. Just breathe deeply into the stretch. I'm going to do it one more time. So push back and bring your arms up to extend the stretch into that lower lunge. Breathe deeply. Release forward into your half split. Just stretch out the leg for a bit. And swap legs. With your left leg, starting a wide lunge, slowly open up your one foot, bring your elbows down, and breathe deeply into the stretch. Slowly come out of it, put your knee on the ground, push back into a low lunge. And then come out of it, straighten your front leg just into your half split, and go back once more into your lower lunge. Just breathe deeply, and then let's straighten the front foot into your half split again. Just breathe deeply into the stretch. You can sit back, and we're going to stretch out the arms. So basically doing eagle arm. Just stretch it out for a few seconds. Breathing deeply into the stretch. And then when you're ready, release your arms and swap over. Try and hold your arms as tight as possible. Just really stretch out those shoulders and upper arm. And you're going to roll forward into an upward dog or cobra, whichever is more comfortable. Push back into your downward dog. And just come back to the front of your mat and slowly stretch out your back, going back. If you can't do the stretch, it's fine, you can just sit straight up. This is great for those upper thighs and those hamstrings if they're a bit tight. Slowly walk yourself up from the stretch. And you're going to stay up and slowly go back as far as you can. If you can't go as far, just stay up, keep your hands on your hips and lean back as far as you can go. Just breathe deeply into the stretch and release out of it. And push back into prayer. Just really relax here for a few seconds. And when you're ready, push back into downward dog. Just breathe deeply in here for a few seconds. Bend your knees. You're going to go to the edge of your mat. Now we're going into the headstand. So prepare for your headstand. Put your elbows down. Make sure they're shoulder distance apart. Interlock your fingers loosely. Place your head on your palms. And slowly walk up. Bring your knees towards you, trying to find your balance. And when you're ready, slowly straighten. Trying to get your legs as straight as possible. Take it really slowly, like really just try and get your balance. And then slowly come down to your 90-degree angle. And lower your feet. And you're just going to rest here in prayer for a couple of minutes.
Thanks so much for watching my video. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think. I know this week was a little bit tough, this last couple of weeks in the Strength and Stamina series. So for next week, I'll be going back to basics and doing a whole bunch of routines that you can do if you're an absolute beginner.